So a couple of weeks ago I went to the beautiful village of Weert in Limburg to go to TFX suspension. I went with my Ducati Desert X to TFX because I wanted to change the rear suspension of my bike. The rear suspension of the Ducati is pretty good if you're below, let's say, 86 kilograms and you only ride on road with the bike. As the time progresses, I was riding my bike more and more off-road, and I've got to the point that I was maxing out my suspension. So I did some adjustments, not myself, but I let someone do that to the bike, but that was it. I couldn't do anything more than that. So I needed new rear suspension. You don't have a lot of options when buying rear suspension for the Ducati Desert X. You have Öhlins, you have... I only think you have Öhlins right now. But it doesn't matter. I was searching for a Dutch company because it was better to bring my bike to them and not doing anything with wire transfers or doing everything online. So that's why I went to TFX suspension. The problem was there was no rear suspension available yet for my Ducati Desert X. So we made a deal that he could use my bike in exchange for some discount to set up suspension for this bike. And a week passed by and I could pick up my bike, and I was absolutely amazed by how the suspension looks at first place. It really looks high quality, and I really like the blue and black finish of the suspension. Looks isn't the reason why I changed my suspension. So a day later I went to the dirt track and rode the hell out of it. It was really good. Suspension needs some time to get adjusted to you, and it was adjusted to me by the manufacturer to my weight, and I was absolutely amazed how good the suspension is. So I tested it on various tracks, including really big potholes and doing some fast corners and that sort of stuff, and it was absolutely amazing. And so a week passed by and I got to the first big off-road trip with my Desert X, and the suspension was right on time. We have encountered a lot of roads like mud, dirt, gravel, really big holes in the ground, a lot of bumpy roads, and the suspension was never maxed out. And I even loaded up the bike with a lot of, well, not a lot, but some luggage, and it was absolutely amazing. And the more I rode with it, the more confidence inspiring it was. And even on the road in between the dirt roads that were pretty twisty, the suspension did perfectly. I would highly recommend it. So the price for this suspension is around 1,200 euros, so that's it's not cheap, but I highly recommend if you're above 85 kilos. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You can also go for the Öhlins suspension, but my personal recommendation goes for the TFX suspension. So a really short video, but I think that's it to talk about. If you like this video, please leave a like, consider to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you want to see my newest video, tap here. If you want to see my recommended video for you, tap here. And if you want to subscribe, tap here. Thanks for watching. Tap here, or tap here.